How do you say goodbye to a place that feels like home? We spent another night on the Sletten farm, where my ancestors lived for over 100 years. This farm gave us our family name. Waking up there, I still couldn't decide whether it felt like home because I knew the history, or whether something deeper was pulling me back. That morning, Hans invited us to breakfast. We signed his guest book, talked about genealogy, and looked through artifacts he'd collected over the years. We even talked about my reindeer hunter ancestor, Jørgen Otterson Sletten. He supposedly carved a notch into his rifle for every reindeer he hunted. Before meeting up with our friends again, we returned to Folldal Church to leave flowers for Jørgen and his wife Kari. But when we arrived, we discovered their grave had been removed. In Norway, gravesites are reused if descendants no longer maintain them. Even though I knew this was a possibility, it was heartbreaking to discover that it happened. So I left flowers anyway, because even if the gravestone is gone, their story remains. Next, we met our friends in neighboring Dovre, where they showed us inside the beautiful Dovre Church. Ulla pointed out the medieval baptismal font from the 11 or 1200s, where he and generations of our family had been baptized. Brynjar pointed out the sign that said no spitting in the sanctuary. Apparently, that was a rule that needed to be enforced. Later, while looking through my photos, I realized something I had completely missed. Jørgen and Kari had been married in that very church. I couldn't help wondering what their wedding day had been like, and how much of the church looked exactly as it does today. After coffee and lively conversations that could have lasted for hours, it was unfortunately time to say goodbye. It was one of the hardest goodbyes of the entire trip. Back at the Sletten farm, we spent one last evening walking to the river. We said hello to some curious sheep and soaked in every remaining moment. The next morning, before we left, I picked up a small rock to take a piece of the Sletten land home with me. As we drove toward Skjåk, the mountains grew taller and the rivers turned an unbelievable shade of turquoise. It was breathtaking, but I knew the next stop held one of the darkest chapters in my family's history. Next up, the avalanche that changed my ancestor Annie's family forever.